entrepreneurs we've ever had on the show, and author. So serial entrepreneur, author, Mr. Happiness, the author of Finding Happiness, Todd Patkin. Hi, Todd.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me back.
So, Todd, you wanted to come back because, you wanted to talk a little bit about how the book, I think, is helping people to find happiness in business, but also in schools. So I'm going to leave it up to you.
Yeah, well, I wrote the book because I think Jeff, we're personal friends, and Jonathan as well. I did have an awful lot of success, but what I learned throughout my life is that success without happiness is no success at all. And so I teach people now that I think the American dream or the American success story has really duped a lot of us into thinking it's all about money. It's all about how many cars you can have. And at the end of the day, you wind up feeling really empty. And I had a nervous breakdown at the age of 36, and I share this with people. And if you go to my website at www.findinghappinessthebook.com, you can learn all about me, see my story, hopefully check out my 12 weeks to learning how to live a happier life, which helps anyone who's struggling with depression, anxiety, or just not getting a lot of juice out of life to become a lot happier. But I do say to people in life, and I know that you both know, in business, that most of the things that are the most important are really very, very simple, but very, very difficult. So most of my steps are extremely simple, like realizing that you do 100 things right in a day for every one thing you do wrong. But most of us have been wired since birth just to look at what we do wrong. Because I believe in America we always want to succeed. And if you simply want to succeed, what you need to do, Jeff and Jonathan, is just look at what you do wrong so that you improve in business or in life. And if you look at what you do right, you tend to sit back and party and say, I'm great. So I think we've got a society that each generation is getting better and better at just looking at what they do wrong so they can improve. And yeah, it's making us more successful, but it's also making us a lot less happier. And we're finding that we have more depression, anxiety, more people drinking to excess, taking illicit drugs, or also taking antidepressants. So that's kind of my story. I want to travel the country. I want to put a face on depression, anxiety, breakdown. I'm very comfortable admitting I had a nervous breakdown, that I take antidepressants. But what I wanted to talk to you today, really because of your audience, is more on business and the success that I've had in business. I grew Auto Part International, which was a family